We are now going to embark on an adventure together in which we explore yoga practices which will help relieve stress and tension, which are the primary cause of sleeplessness. The body stores tension in its hands, in the feet, in the head, in the neck, in the back, and we can perform many, many practices to release that tension. In Lesson 1, we will practice a very basic routine which will provide the structure for all the lessons to come. The first practice we learn is the Vajra Asana combined with a hand position called Yoga Mudra. To perform this, we come onto the knees and then we sit down on the heels with the feet pointed backwards. The hands are clasped together and the eyes are closed. In this pose, we relax our mind and breathe deeply in and out. This pranayama is Mukhabhastrika. It is a cleansing breath. We pucker the mouth up in a gesture called Kaki Mudra, and the breath is blasted out through the diaphragm and the mouth. The diaphragm is used vigorously. To perform it completely, we take a deep breath in, fill the entire lungs, pucker the mouth up, and blast the breath out as we bend forward, bringing the head to the ground. As we lift the body, we breathe deeply in and pucker the mouth, breathe out again in short blasts. Normally, we will use between 6 to 9 blasts of the breath to empty the lungs as fully as possible. This practice is called Mukhabhastrika, or the bellows breath through the mouth. Let us experience the power of the diaphragm by placing the hands on the abdominal area and taking the breath in and out and blasting the breath in and out through the mouth. Repeat a second time, taking a deep breath in Now let us do the entire pranayama. Fill the lungs as completely as possible, pucker up the mouth, and blast out the breath in short blasts. Be sure you use that big muscle, the diaphragm, very vigorously. Make the blasts strong, powerful, and have the concept you are throwing out toxins, waste matter from the body. Taking a good deep breath in, lift yourself, and again, blast the breath out. Now this time, when your head touches the ground, relax the body into an asana called Dharmika Asana. This is the devotional posture. It is used by many religions for prayer. It inculcates a sense of peacefulness, calmness, and relaxation into the mind. The head touches the ground, the elbows touch the ground, and the hands hold on to the soles of the feet. After resting a few seconds, we begin the lift, returning the body to the upright posture. Holding the hands in Yoga Mudra, we relax. Now, we are going to practice Adam Pranayama, or the lower abdominal breathing, the low chest breath. We simply breathe deeply in and breathe deeply out. We can use a count of 4 or 6, making the ingoing breath equal to the breath going out. We try to focus the mind on the lower section of the lungs, which is directly above the diaphragm, and try to inflate the lungs as deeply as possible. We can change our position to the Sukha Asana at this point, a simple crossed leg pose, if it feels more comfortable. Again, the focus is on the breathing, a deep incoming breath to the count of 6, and then the equal outgoing breath to the count of 6. Trying to focus the mind on the low part of the lungs and feeling the expansion of the lungs as the hands touch that body area. The next posture we move into is the Vajravirya Asana, coming onto the knees and then turning the toes under, sitting on the heels and bringing the hands high over the head into a mudra called Anjali Mudra, the gesture of victory. We then bring the hands to the top of the head, into Kailash Mudra, to the forehead, the Namaskar to the throat, and then the Namaskar to the chest. This creates a sense of peacefulness and relaxation in the body. It is also very energizing. The prana, the energy which normally flows out the hands, is kept at the chest area. Let us all do together. We bring our hands over the head in Anjali Mudra. Then we bring the Namaskar to the top of the head, the Namaskar to the forehead, to the throat, and to the chest. Our body is sitting in the Vajravirya Asana position with the toes turned under and sitting on the heels. To come out, we come back to the knees, turn the feet back, and sit on the heels, returning to Vajra Asana and holding the hands in Yoga Mudra. From this position, we move into the Utkat Asana, the squat. We simply move forward so that we are sitting flat-footed with our arms wrapped around our knees. The head is against the knees and the body in a tight position. Now from our Vajravirya Asana, we simply go backward onto flat feet, wrap our arms around the knees and bring the head to the knees. This asana is Utkat Asana, the squat position. If you find it difficult to sit flat foot, you can balance on the toes. All the body limbs are joined together, creating a nice sense of security, oneness in the limbs. The next asana we move into is Meru Asana, the mountain pose. From the Utkat, we extend the body so that the hands and feet are on the ground. The head is dangling down, the legs are straight, the arms are straight. Now from the Utkat, put your hands on the ground, straighten your legs, and bring the feet a little far apart, about 1 foot apart. Push on the hands and feet and flatten your back. This is called Meru Asana, the mountain pose. The next step is to bring the hands and feet together, touching the toes with a bouncing motion to loosen up the back. From here, we come to standing, and now we've come from our sitting pose to the standing in a very logical sequence. The standing posture is called Samastiti Asana. Again, we perform deep breath and let the body relax, using the breath as a device for our relaxation, breathing in and breathing out. Now let us shake our hands to release tension in the hands. We shake the right hand, then the left hand, and have a sense of looseness. We shake the foot. These are jatis, movements to release tension, and shake the other foot. And continue shaking right foot, left foot, releasing tension we might feel from the sitting positions. Now we swing the legs, releasing any tension we might feel in the hips. First the right leg, then the left leg, letting the legs swing nicely and feeling release in the hip area. And now some front swinging of the legs. This is also very good for the back, to release tension in the back, the legs, the knees. And now the both hands. Nice loose feeling in the hands, letting the looseness extend itself through the entire arm structure. And now shaking the hands as quickly as we can, very, very fast, and then clenching the fist and throwing out with a whoosh. Repeat. A shake. A throw. As you shake, throw out all your problems, throw out your worries, and then swing. Let your arms relax in a beautiful swinging motion. Again. And swing, throw, swing. The swinging is relaxing. The throwing is throwing out. And some more swings from the side. And now just move around and enjoy yourself. Let your arms swing from side to side. A nice sense of looseness. Clap your hands over the head. And now some head rolls. These are all jatis, simple movements of the body designed to release pent-up stress and tension, which has a tendency to store itself in head, in the neck, in the hands. Give your head a shake, let the jaws hang loose, and then move the head up and down. Give yourself a good shake, and then up and down movements. Shake the head and up and down movements. Now let's do a little bit of more structured jati work by breathing in, lifting the hands, and then on the out breath, bending forward and touching the hands down to the ground. Breathing in and lifting up and stretching, and then breathing out and letting the body bend forward to touch the toes. Make sure you're moving with the breath. A deep breath in, give a good stretch, and then release the breath on the out breath, touch the toes. You can move with a 6 count to do this practice. Now that's enough for the standing postures. We'll come back to the ground. We return the same way we came, coming into Utkat Asana, the squat, turning the toes under into the Vajravirya Asana, then bringing the hands over the head to the Anjali Mudra, the Namaskar at the top of the head, which now becomes called Kailash Mudra, then the Namaskar to forehead, throat, chest, coming back to the knees, turning the feet back, and then sitting in Vajrasana, the thunderbolt posture. Relaxing the body with deep in and out breath. Now we are going to relax with Sukha Pranayama, the easy, pleasant breath. You can sit in the Sukha Asana to give some relief to the feet. Place your hands using the Sparsh Mudra, which simply means to touch the body, at the abdominal diaphragmic area. And we are going to breathe deeply in and out. Equal breath in, equal breath out. Trying to focus the breathing into the low lung area, which is behind the hands. Now we are going to relax. We've used our body, and now we would like to allow the body to relax itself. Return yourself to the Vajrasana, the thunderbolt posture, sitting on the heels, and perform again the Mukhabhastrika, which we learned at the beginning of the lesson. We always begin our practices with Mukhabhastrika, and we end the practices with this powerful cleansing breath. Make sure that you blast the breath out vigorously with a whooshing sound, breathing in as you lift the body, and in short blasts, throw the air out as though you are cleaning yourself inside of all toxins. Allow the body to relax after the third outgoing breath. In the Dharmikasana, the nose is against the knees, the elbows are on the ground, and the hands are joined to the feet. At the point where the head touches the ground, focus the mind. You may chant the sound of Om or think of any positive, powerful prayer at this time. Experience a nice sense of quietude in this beautifully relaxing asana. Now let us rise up out of this asana, lifting the head, stretching the neck, returning to the Vajrasana, sitting on the heels. And now it's time to relax. Stretch your legs in front of you and thump your legs. Move your legs, move your feet, roll your feet in a circle, and then lie flat on the ground. Try to keep your head to the north and keep the body still. The heels should touch, the legs are together, the hands are at the side. The body is held very still and straight, and a feeling of relaxation should exist. This is the classical pose with which we end all of our Yogasana sessions. The Shavasana, literally the corpse position. Simply meaning we let go of everything, we die to all of our worries, all of our problems, and allow the body to exist in a state of peace. This should be held at least 10 minutes at the end of every session. To come out of the Shavasana, we have a particular routine. Simply stretch your hands over the head as though you're waking up in the morning from a good night's sleep, and get a sense of stretch. Stretching your legs and your hands, and then turn into any comfortable position, preferably on the side, but you should have a feeling of comfort. And just relax. This is a nishpanda, or attentionless state, and give the body a feeling of ease. And now turn onto the face and relax for a few seconds in the face prone posture. Put your hands at your shoulders, lift your torso, bend back, giving a stretch to the back, and then let the buttocks come down to the heels and keep the arms stretched in front. This is the Shashanga Asana, and stay here a few seconds. When you're ready, you can begin to lift yourself back to the Dharmic Asana. The hands go back to the feet. The head is still on the ground. And then lift the head, lift the torso, and return to Vajrasana. Hold the hands in Yoga Mudra. Breathe deeply in for a few rounds of breath. In this method, we return back to the normal upright position, systematically, step by step. Now the class is nearly concluded. We stretch out the legs, relax the legs a little bit by thumping, rolling the feet, and relaxing any stress that might be felt from the different body positions.
Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Om.
We will now begin the second lesson. We will learn 4 new practices which should be integrated into the basic structure which was presented in lesson 1. The first of these practices is called Chatuspada Asana, or the 4-footed pose. We simply come into hands and knees. The weight is equally balanced on the hands and the feet. This gives relief from the pull of gravity on the spine. Chatus, 4, and Pada, foot. From here we can perform the second practice, the beautiful Vyagra Pranayama, or tiger breathing. In this wonderful practice, simple, effective, we move the spine slowly and carefully, arching the back, and then lowering the back and lifting the head. As we move, we breathe deeply. When we lower the head, we breathe out. And when we lift the head, we breathe in. This movement is done with very, very deep breathing and trying to use the entire structure of the lungs. The third practice is Padangush Asana, performed from standing. We jump with the feet about 1.5 feet apart, catch hold of the big toe with the thumb and the index finger, and then bring the head as close to the knees as possible. The legs are kept straight. When we're ready to come out, we lift the head, release the hands, stretch the hands up high over the head, and jump back to Samastiti Asana. Jump, stretch down, catch hold of the big toe with thumb and index finger, lift the head and stretch the spine, and then bring the head as close to the knees as possible. Holding tight to the big toe, the angush, and giving the legs a stretch, letting the head dangle below the heart. Lift the head, lift the arms, stretch the body up, hold the stretch and really stretch yourself, and then jump back to the original Samastiti Asana. The fourth practice, we will now go to the floor. The Eka Janu Shirsha Pavanamukta Kriya. Catch the knee and throw the leg away. Breathe in, catch the knee, whoosh out. Again, breathe in, whoosh out. Breathe in. Blast the breath out with a whoosh. Alternating legs, breathe in, catch the knee. Blast the breath out with a whoosh. Again, catch the knee, breathe in. The whooshing breath out. And once more catch the knee, hold tight, and release with a whooshed out breath. We are now moving to lesson 3. and 4 new practices will be introduced to be integrated into the basic structure. The first of these is the Trikona Asana, the triangle pose. Done from the standing Samastiti Asana, we jump with the legs apart, taking one hand up over the head and the other hand comes flat to the ground. To come out, we stand up, we turn the foot, we turn the head and foot. Now if it is difficult to touch the ground, we can keep the hand on the foot or even on the calf. The upper hand is over the head and we look up. In this, the body resembles a triangle. To come out of the pose, we look down, lift the body, turn the head and foot, and jump back to Samastiti Asana. Jump with the hands up, turn the right foot and the head, bend down, place your hand on the ground or on the calf or even the thigh, and keep the other hand high over the head. A straight line should exist between the hand over the head and the one on the floor. We hold about 10 seconds. Look at the ground, stand up, turn the foot and the head, and now the left side. Turn the foot, turn the head, bend down, place the hand on the ground or on the foot or the calf as is convenient. Look at the hand over the head. To come out of the pose, we look down, we lift the body, keeping the arms straight, turn the head and the foot, and jump back. This is the triangle pose, a very good standing spinal twist. The next posture is done from the face. We lie flat with the chin on the ground, Unmukh Asana. And then out of this we perform a Bhujangini Mudra. When we lower the torso to the ground, we breathe in. On the out breath, we hiss out. Breathe in, out, breathe in, out, and now relax. We are now in a relaxation pose known as Makara Asana, a face-prone relaxation. Makara, the crocodile, and like the crocodile, we are lying flat on our belly. The feet are slightly apart. The hands are placed on the ground, the right hand on the ground, the left hand on top of the right, and either the chin or the forehead resting on the hands. We are now going to introduce lesson 4. There are 4 new practices, and all of these practices will be integrated into all of the structure which we have created up to this point. We are performing the Hakara Kriya, and we are using the hands, moving and jumping with the sound of Ha. The emphasis is on the Ha sound, which is a diaphragmic sound. It strengthens the solar plexus, and it relieves tension and stress, as well as making us feel brisk and very bright and alert. We breathe in, and on the out breath, we jump and create the sound. The pattern of the hands is first to use the right hand to the side, then to the front, then over the head, and then to use the left hand. The hand goes up, then the left hand up, then both hands front, both hands over the head, and now the left side, and then the left hand in front, the right hand over the head, both hands again, and one cycle is completed. We will now move to the next practice, the Hakara Nada, making the sound of Ha and placing the hands using the Sparsha Mudra over the diaphragmic area.
In, out,
Now relax your hands to the side and do a little deep breathing, standing in Samasthiti Asana, and just enjoy. We've come down to the floor now again for the next new practice, the Kukuriya Pranayama. In this practice, from the Vajra Asana, the hands are on the floor, the tongue is extended, and we breathe in and out over the tongue through the mouth. Please note the vigorous use of the diaphragm. The Kukuriya Pranayama, the dog pant. An excellent exercise for the diaphragm, an excellent way to cleanse the entire respiratory system. And now relax in Vajrasana. The fourth practice that we will now study is performed from Shavasana. It is a relaxation pose, normally used at the end of the asana routine. It is known as Pranadarshan, or watching the breath. Simply we lie in the Shavasana with the body straight, the heels together. We breathe deeply in and out, watching the breath move in through the nostrils, coming down the windpipe and inflating the lungs. And then we watch the reverse process as the air leaves the lower lung, the mid-lung, and exits from the high lung out through the nostrils again. We focus very deeply on the whole respiratory process. Perform the Sukha Pranayama, breathing deeply in for 6 and out for 6. Add the visualization of warm golden prana moving from head to foot on the in-breath, and cool silvery apana moving from foot to head on the out-breath, the Anuloma Viloma Kriya. In Lesson 5, we will focus our attention primarily on a very important relaxation kriya known as the Marmanastanam Kriya, or the 22 body part relaxation exercise. This will be integrated into the other practices which we have studied to date. This beautiful relaxation is performed from Shavasana. We must visualize our body part by part and requesting each body part to relax, to let go of tension. We start at the feet, concentrating our mind in the toes and thinking about the toes and the feet and trying to let go of any tension that we may feel in the feet. Then we move the mind to the ankles and relax the ankles, letting go of tension and visualizing a sense of ease. We move up the calves to the knees and again release tension that may be held in the knees, the kneecaps, behind the knees, the side of the knees. We move our concentration farther up the body to the thighs, and we try to relax the thigh area of the body, the front of the thighs, the side of the thighs, and the back of the thighs, which are resting against the ground. Then we focus on the pelvic area, any tension which we may be holding in the hips, in the lower abdominal area, the lower back, and relax. Now visualize the chest and the heart area and the upper chest and relax this area. If you feel tension, simply let that tension go. Now move the mind to the fingers and the palms of the hands and think about the fingers on both the right and the left side. Relax any tension you might feel in the wrists and in the lower part of the limbs. Relax the body, the forearm, relax the elbows, relax the upper arm, and feel a sense of ease in the whole arm, shoulder, upper chest, clavicle area. Feel the whole body totally relaxed from the throat down to the toes. Make sure you're breathing deeply and let the mind internalize itself. Think about the throat. Let the whole throat area relax. Let the chin relax. Let the area around the mouth relax. Relax the cheeks. Relax the area around the ears. Think about the whole face area and let the entire face relax. The area around the nose, the area around the eyes, the forehead. Feel a sense of relaxation in the whole face. If there's any tension, let it go. Now think about the whole upper forehead area, the hairline, above the hairline. Especially in the forehead, we have a tendency to hold tension. The top of the head, the side of the head, the back of the head, the entire head area, around the back of the ears where the head is touching the ground. Let this entire area feel free of tension. Keep the mind internalized and feel a sense of peacefulness, quietude, a letting go, a release. We will now study Lesson 6. In this lesson, we learn one more practice, which we will integrate with all the other practices which we have learned before. This is called the Ashoka Kriya, the gesture which releases sorrow. It deals very much with the head area, the head and the neck, and it is a very simple practice of learning to roll the head on the neck with a sense of release and letting go. We breathe in and roll the head in a clockwise direction. Take in the breath and then let the head roll back to its original position. And then we reverse, breathing in, rolling the head, and breathing out as the chin comes down. Breathe in, roll the head, breathe out, let the chin come down. Breathe in, roll the head, breathe out, let the chin come down. The rolling is continued with the deep breathing, rolling the head clockwise for 3 rounds, and then rolling the head the opposite direction for 3 rounds. A sense of release, letting go, and moving with the breath. Breathing in, and then on the downward movement, breathing out, and trying to move the head in as wide a range of movement as we can manage, with a sense of letting go, releasing sorrows, tensions, bad memories, and having a sense of freedom. Lesson 7, we introduce 2 new standing postures, which will give strength, stamina, and courage to body, mind, and soul. The Virya Asana, the heroic postures. Jumping with a wide apart foot stance, turning the foot, bending the knee, and keeping the arms in a straight line. Strengthening the chest, breathing deeply as we hold the posture. To come out, we stand up, we turn the foot and head, and perform on the opposite side, turning the foot, bending the knee, holding the pose with deep breath for about 10 seconds. Then, when ready, we stand up, we turn the foot and the head, and we jump back to Samastiti Asana, the equal standing pose position. Try it again. Jump with your feet wide apart, arms in line, turn the foot in the head, bend the knee to a 90-degree angle, keeping the back leg straight. Hold with deep breathing and feel strong. The Virya Asana, the heroic posture. Breathe in, stand up, turn the foot and head. Turn your foot and your head to the opposite side. Bend the knee into a 90-degree angle with the back leg straight. Breathe deeply in and out. Be strong. Breathe in, stand up, turn the foot in the head, and jump back. Relax the body with some deep breathing. Virya Asana, variation 1. There's a second variation in which we jump, we turn the foot in the head, we bend the knee, and now we turn the hands. We extend the hands over the head into the mudra, the Anjali mudra, and hold the posture. We look up. The front knee is bent, the back leg is straight. This is variation 2 of Virya Asana. To come out of the pose, we bring the hands down. We turn the hands. We stand up. We turn the foot in the head. Performing on the opposite side, we turn the foot. We bend the knee. We turn the hands. We stretch the hands high over the head in Anjali Mudra and look up. The back leg is straight. The front leg is bent in a 90-degree angle. To come out of the posture, after 10 seconds, we bring the hands down. We turn the hands. We stand up. We turn the foot and head. We jump back and relax in the Samastiti Asana with deep breathing. Again with the group, we jump. We turn the foot. We bend the knee. We turn the hands. Keeping the front knee bent, we reach high over the head in Anjali Mudra and look up, feeling strength, courage, stamina in the body. We bring the hands down, moving slowly, turn the hands consciously, stand fully, turn the foot and head. Now the opposite side, turn the foot and head, bend the knee, turn the hands. Stretch your hands high over the head, look up, and feel the warrior spirit enter the body, mind and soul. The ability to face any challenge. From the Anjali Mudra, bring the hands down, turn the hands, maintain control, stand up, turn the foot and head, and jump back. Virya Asana, variation 2. We are now going to teach the lesson 8. We have 2 new practices. The first is the Brahma Mudra, which again involves the turning of the head. The head is turned to the right, to the left. The head is allowed to go back, and the head is allowed to fall forward. There are 4 positions of the head, just as there are 4 heads to Lord Brahma, the Creator. A sound is added to this head movement. The sound of Ah is made when the head is moved from the right to the center. The sound of U is made when the head is moved from the left to the center. The sound of E is made when the head is brought from the dropped back to the front, and the sound of is made when the head is brought from the chin back to your original place. Breathe in and turn the head to the right. Breathe in, turn the head to the left. Breathe in, let the head drop backward. Breathe in, let the head fall forward. Again, breathe in, turn the head right. Breathe in, turn the head left. Breathe in, let the head go back. Breathe in, let the head fall to the front. The second practice of Lesson 8 is a very important relaxation kriya, known as Kaya Kriya. It is relaxing three important sections of the body: the feet, the hands, and the head. This kriya is designed to release traumas that may be stored in the cellular structure of the body itself, with slow, deep breathing and very, very simple movements. First, the feet are moved in and out. In the second movement, the hands are moved in and out. And in the third movement, the head is rolled from side to side. These are the three movements that are incorporated in Kaya Kriya. These movements simulate a body in pain. If the body was in very deep pain, it would writhe, moving from side to side. But breathing deeply, we move the body in this way. First the feet, on the in-breath, they move in, and the hands move out, and the head moves to the right. On the out-breath, the feet move out, the hands move in, and the head moves to the left. Now we practice segment by segment. On the in-breath, the feet move in, and on the out-breath, the feet move out. The in-breath, the feet move in. On the out-breath, the feet move out. On the in-breath, the feet move in. And on the out-breath, the feet move out. Now we would like to work with the mid part of the body and the movement of the hands. Let us follow the breathing sequence. We breathe in and we move the hands outward as far as they'll go. And we breathe out and bring the hands back in against the body. Again, breathing in, taking the hands outward, and breathing out and bringing the hands back. Breathing in, taking the hands out, and breathing out and bringing the hands back. Now we will work with the head, which involves simply moving the head from right side to left side very slowly with the breath. We're going to breathe in and turn the head to the right. And then we'll breathe out and turn the head very slowly and consciously to the left in a very relaxed fashion. Breathing in, turning to the right, very, very slowly in a relaxed way. And breathing out and turning the head to the left. Now we will put all three practices together. As we breathe in, the feet turn in, the hands turn out, and the head turns to the right, all simultaneously. And as we breathe out, the feet turn out, the hands turn in, and the head turns to the left. We breathe in, the feet turn in, the hands turn out, and the head turns to the right. And we breathe out, and the feet turn out, the hands turn in, and the head turns to the left. In Lesson 9, we come to one of the culminations of our entire program, and that is the Yoga Nidra, the sleep of the yogis, or conscious sleep. This practice is performed in the Shawa Asana, and it is a deeply concentrative relaxation pose. The mind is focused in the Manipura chakra area, or the midsection of the body at the navel. First in a very tiny point of awareness, and then the mind is circled outward in larger and larger circles. The circles become larger and larger, moving in a clockwise fashion, round and round the body, extending into larger and larger circles until the concentration has created a circle that encompasses the entire body, first from the top of the head to the soles of the foot, and then outside 6 inches. That point is held for a few seconds, and then the mind is brought back in the counterclockwise fashion, coming back from the outer and now moving into smaller and smaller circles again, encompassing the various areas of the body until the concentration of the mind is brought smaller and smaller in ever diminishing circles of energy until the circles become very, very small at the navel area and finally focus on an area the size of the pin. At that point, the mind is held still and focused on the navel, and a very deep sense of relaxation will ensue. The lesson 10 of this program is a review of all the practices which have been learned, putting them into the proper place, and the checking. The jatis were there, where we release tension, and then the deep breathing into the abdominal area, feeling the low lungs. The different mudras were used to seal energy, generate energy, create a sense of relaxation. Various asanas were performed, which bring a sense of ease and repose to the body. Other asanas were used, which give the body a good stretch, and loosening positions to help release toxins in the body, to release stress, to loosen up, to release emotional tensions. Light stretching was done, kriyas, trying to create flexibility and using the body in proper ways. Various types of relaxation were taught, particularly 3 major relaxations from Shavasana. Some people think that yoga means very difficult asanas, such as these asanas being shown. These fall more into acrobatic gymnastic postures which have their own value, especially for the young people, giving them physical challenges and giving them a sense of accomplishment. But these acrobatic postures are not necessary to achieve some of the higher aspects of yoga. Simpler asanas, such as the asanas taught in this series and some of the beautiful kriyas taught, will help produce good health, strength, stamina, will help us to use the body in a proper way instead of misuse the body. The Yoga Nidra, of course, is the culmination of the 10-lesson series, learning how to concentrate the mind in an ancient manner, designed to bring the concept and the whole idea of sleep under the control of our rational thinking. Prayer has its own place, sending out positive thoughts to the universe, and in turn, being open and relaxed enough to receive those positive vibrations from a cosmos, which is indeed, as our ancients taught us, Sat Chit Ananda, truth, consciousness, and bliss.